Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, where we mix business, law of attraction, spirituality, and well-being with great guests and phenomenal stories. You'll hear hints, tips, and up-to-the-minute information on digital communication from an expert in her field. Pearl has some wonderful individuals in her networks, and she will be interviewing them all at some point in the future. Enjoy your listening.
Right. Hello everyone, and welcome to this, the grand finale of the International Women's Day events that we've been running across the whole of March. You saw us at the very beginning when we had so many women come together to stream live. This message will also be saved onto the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. And for the 8th of March, everything went mad. We had loads and loads of wonderful ladies jump on. I know I set the intention for us to get to 500. We've made 200, and I know this group is going to grow and grow. So to anyone out there that's listening to us and thought, oh, there's a group that I could meet, it's inspirational, empowered women coming together. The group is going to carry on. We've just changed the name. And we're still going to stay together and see where we can come together on regular panels to discuss different subjects. And we can also be there and help support, mentor, empower and inspire young girls, women, wherever they are in their career, wherever they are in life. We are all here to support you. So welcome, and thank you everyone to be watching. We are streaming live onto Facebook, and this recording, as I said, the audio will be put up onto the Pearls of Wisdom podcast after the event. Now, we've gone through all these wonderful ladies. What we've said we're going to talk about to finish this month is just what this coming together of like minds, what this has inspired in all of us, and how this month has gone. So I'm going to kick off. You know, my name's Pearl Cox, and I set this up as it literally came from a post on Facebook from a memory where I'd spoken at a secondary school, and I spoke to over 300 girls, where I spoke about being a woman in a male-dominated arena, and I just told my story. And this memory came up from 4 years ago, and I said, who would be interested in joining me? And the universe listened, everyone listened, and suddenly all these women came together so we could inspire each other, we can grow, we can empower each other. And as you've seen throughout this month, it's just grown and grown, and the vibrations got higher and higher. So all these like-minded, wonderful ladies have all come together at that high vibration. A lot of these ladies I've already interviewed, and you can listen to their one-to-one individual interviews on the podcast. Some of the ladies are yet to be interviewed. We're going on throughout this year, and a lot of the lovely ladies have agreed to come back and be regular guests. So they've all got fantastic stories to share, and this is what we're going to do tonight, is just say, what does it mean? And for me, it just means to say a massive, massive thank you. I know I'm guided that this is my purpose, to bring people together and give voice to the unspoken. So this is my way of bringing as many people together as possible so that our voice can be heard. So if you've got a story to tell and you feel you can add to that voice, comment below, reach out to us and see if you can, so that you can join this group. And yes, we might be all women together, but there's also the power collaboration that is for everyone, and that we can all come together. We can collaborate in business, we can collaborate for events, workshops, anything, so that we can support each other. And that's what this month has meant to me, is bringing us all together, giving us all a voice and helping us grow. So for that, I say a massive, massive thank you. And now that I've waffled for England, as I can, because I think enough people know that by now, I'm going to go across and I'm going to start to introduce the wonderful ladies. And the first lady I'm going to come to is the wonderful Julia Narpor. If you haven't already listened to the interviews that Julia and I have done, there's quite a few on the podcast. This lady knows her stuff inside and out. We have so many synchronicities. We often talk about business as well, because you'll find that the pair of us together, we can get your business, your social media, your marketing up there and running. And I'd like to give the floor to Julia. Julia, how has this month gone for you, and what has this group done for you?
Thank you, Pearl. My name's Julia Narpor. I wear two hats. I'm a social media manager and marketing consultant, and I'm a business coach working predominantly with women who are either starting out in business or looking to grow an existing business. And I give them the benefit of 20-something years of corporate experience combined with the tools developed from training in Reiki and Seiken, so that they can manage not only the practical side of running a business, but make sure they're resilient mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. What this month, this magical month of March, has meant to me, it's been empowering, really, seeing this group of women come together who, for the most part, I think, didn't know each other. We have one common denominator, which is Pearl, and coming together and finding the synergies between us, finding collaborations and growing relationships, growing friendships, and understanding the common goal, common causes between us. So that has been amazing. Amazing experience. So I'd like to thank Pearl for inviting me and including me.
Thank you, Julia. And like I say, if something that Julia said has resonated with you, by all means, reach out, message her, leave it in the comments, and just see how you can work with Julia going forward, because she, like I said, she does know her stuff, but all the ladies on this panel know their stuff. And it's so special to get us all together and knowing that we can help in so many different ways. So thank you, Julia. I'm going to move across my screen to a wonderful lady. I tell her she's phenomenal every time I leave a message, I think, because you shine your light so brightly. This lady is a fantastic author, and we were just hearing she's won 2 awards. It is 2 awards recently, isn't it, lovely lady? And if you listen to the podcast interview that we've already done, it's the only time I've cried on the podcast, and I needed quite a few tissues because her story is fantastic. I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful Josephine Calagira. Josephine, can you share how March has played for you and how being in this group has resonated, please? Thank you.
Thanks, Pearl, for having me, and thank you everyone who has supported me throughout this month. Seriously, I have connected with so many wonderful ladies. I have been empowered. I have been celebrated. Like, literally, this month has been one of my best months that I have ever had, ever since coming back from my setback. So, and I have found myself that I am more me. I am coming out to share from the heart, and I know what I'm bringing to the table. People are resonating to the point of being nominated, being in the press. My son was inspired by me, and he dressed up as me, and I'm getting things done, and I'm having a masterclass from everything that's happened, listening from other people. I've just been inspired to put up a free masterclass this Friday at 4 p.m. in my private group. So to share the things that I have struggled with and how have I come out of that, because I believe that the difficult times, the things that we do go through in life, no matter what life throws at us, we can come back from that. And so that is me. And it's just been a wonderful, wonderful month. I could go on like forever.
It is wonderful, Josephine. But what you haven't shared is how many times have you been in the newspapers this month? Is it?
What? Seriously, I've been like so many. I've lost count like about 5 times. I've become one. I've also become a 1% on LinkedIn as well as my one of my engagement has reached 1% as well. And literally, I've been like 5 times in the press, people coming out to me. Oh, yeah. So, and I've also been invited to the parliament. And so it's happening. It could never have, I don't know what to say, but it was amazing.
Would you mind sharing that wonderful story, if it's okay, the one that made me cry about what your wonderful son did? Are you okay to share that?
Yeah, so basically, my son has been a young carer from the age of 5, and I have struggled with him, and we have strived so hard to come back up, and we have recently started to build that relationship for him to feel like he's a young boy. But he dressed up as me on the International World Book Day. He went to school and he said, "Mom, I don't care who says what, who thinks what, but all I want to prove to the world, and I can do it over and over again, I just want to dress up as you." He saved up 18, it was about 20 pounds by doing house chores. He kept the money, and he never ever told me what he needed it for. He was doing house chores. And yeah, so came to a week before the International World Book Day, and he wanted to buy something off Amazon, like an outfit. I'm like, oh, well, it's an outfit. And he was looking at girls' dresses. So he bought a girl's dress, and I didn't know that, he needed that. Came on the day, he surprised me, dressed as me, and he cried in my eyes, and he said, "Mom, I'm so proud of you. You are my hero, and this is why I want to be you."
Oh, it's so wonderful. And so many papers picked up that story, didn't it? And if people aren't already connected with Josephine on LinkedIn, you can see just how many of the newspapers picked up that story, and it's one of those posts that got to that top 1% engagement on LinkedIn. And it's
over 900 shares of that. Just so it's been amazing. Thank you, Bob.
So I know you thought you finished, but I had to ask that because that is what's so special. And this is the sort of stories we've got from all the wonderful ladies that have taken part with this, where we've stepped up, we've made sure that we have a voice, and we've started to share and look at the wonderful things that happen as soon as we start to do that. So thank you, Josephine. I'm now going to go to a very special lady that helps me every single day, and it's the wonderful Sarah Ibrahim. And you are fantastic, lovely lady. Would you like to share your story? Because you are one of the most inspirational women I know.
I just love you so much, Pearl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And how awesome it is to be here amongst all of you guys. Or all you ladies, I should say, shouldn't I? As Pearl has just alluded to, I am an inspiration coach, and I help women to just really reconnect with themselves and to step into their power and to rise. And so for me, International Women's Day, what I chose to challenge was having that belief in yourself that you can do what you want, you can be who you want. And actually, the way that this thing has worked for me, being in this collaboration for the last month, there was this quote that I heard some time ago that really resonated with me. And it goes like this, right? If you want to learn something, read it. If you want to understand something, write it. And if you want to master it, teach it. And that just resonated with me so much because, being part of this collaboration, I've been teaching people, what it is that I stand for. And in doing so, I've taught myself and have mastered it myself. Like, there's always more work to do, isn't there, on ourselves? And being around women of this nature, people that are so ambitious, so driven, so connected, so just, really essentially good people. Because I do truly believe as well that we become the product of the people that we spend our time with. And so it's important to me to be selective about those that I let into my energy and that I allocate my time to. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you ladies. And some of you have started to get to know on a personal level through Pearl, because I've been working as her executive assistant, and so it's brought me the fortune to actually connect with you ladies and have conversations with you, which have been amazing. These are conversations that nourish your soul and they fill your cup. And I've been so proud to be part of the Pearls of Wisdom organisation, the collaboration, the pulling it together, all of the things. And this has just been so fantastic. And I really want to just acknowledge Pearl for being that shining example of exactly what International Women's Day is about. Like, you are living it. So thank you so much.
Thank you all. But it's only because we're mirroring each other. We are reflecting all that special everything just from what we see from each other, and that's what's being mirrored. So thank you, lovely lady. Like I said, we do a very personal touch with everyone we work with, and that personal touch comes from that very special lady, Sarah Ibrahim. So she will reach out to each and every one of you. We've got lots of ladies that when we're starting new panels and everything, Sarah reaches out and says, will you be a member of that? And if you've got any ideas, by all means, reach out to Sarah and see if we can start to put that in the calendar as well. So thank you, lovely lady. Thank you. I'm now going to go to another lady that I've known for a while now. You have always inspired me. I remember the first podcast interview we did, and then within the next week, I had this lovely gift. You sent me one of your books, and you were so wonderful, really wonderful. The lady I'd like to introduce you to is Beata Bukowska. Beata, thank you so much for coming on to this panel. Would you like to share how March has been for you, please, lovely lady?
Yes, of course, I have to thank you, Par, for your invitation and to join, I'm going to say, the whole world, because we are here from different countries, different continents, and everything. It's because of you. So thank you so much. And I'm sure all the ladies will agree with me. It's because of you. And this month, yes, it's just amazing. And I totally believe, like, as a woman, we will put ourselves down on the list, our list of things to do, to look after ourselves, to do something what we enjoy or like what we wish to, or maybe what we dreamed of. It will be there on the bottom, because always it's someone and something more important than us. So my challenge for this month, of course, it was like, stop, think about yourselves, because you can't pour from the empty jar. Yeah. I know as a mother, as a friend, as a sister, as a woman, we would like to take care of the whole world. That's our nature. I think that's the women's nature, to take care of everyone, everything, what we can. But we need time to charge our batteries as well. We need time to fulfill our dreams. We need time to think about where we are heading, to make sure that's our way, and everything, it's really connected with our wishes, our values, and make sure it's us. It's nothing what however, it's very often like we will do everything just to please others, because we would like to make everyone happy. Yeah. But we can't make people happy. They need to make themselves happy, and we have to make sure we are happy too. So if you are happy, the world will be happy. If you would like to see the changes in the world, be one of those changes. So especially now, when tomorrow we will approach new month, and April, it's like spring, new beginning. I really would like to say, let's start the new beginning and the new transformation. Make sure you will look after yourself first, then the rest of the world later, because you all deserve it. Time for yourselves.
Oh, Beata, thank you so much. But you always remind us that. And sometimes I think we forget. We give so much to everyone else, we forget to take time for ourselves, and we wonder why we're wiped out. And yet you will always, ever since I've known you, that's the one thing you always come back to, is reminding everyone to put ourselves first, because
yes, it's like on the plane with the oxygen mask. You have to put the mask first to make sure you can support others. Without the oxygen, you wouldn't be able. And I've got extensive experience working across health and social care. And yes, my field is mental health. And I saw lots of people struggling because they had no time really to take care of themselves. It was always something more important. As we know, children, family, parents, friends, work, it's always something more important than us. But end of the day, if you wouldn't take care of yourselves, who will, there is no one who can really replace you, because you are the only one and you are the best one. So please take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much, Beata. That is such a fantastic message to give everyone. Next lady I'm going to speak to, when we did our interview, it was just fantastic, the amount of synchronicities. And I remember when we were doing that, I was having orbs going in front of my screen and everything. It was so very, very special. The lady I'm going to introduce you to is Amanda Whitlock. Amanda, thank you so much for being part of this panel. And would you like to share your story? Because you've had some fantastic wins this month, haven't you?
I have, Bill. Thank you so much. And it's just such a huge pleasure to be here. So I'm Amanda, and I run a business called Total Wellbeing Matters. And I started my business just before the first lockdown, which is a great time to start a business. And I run mental health and wellbeing training and workshops. That's basically what I do. And I have to say, when I saw Pearl's post, the initial post about being part of this, there was something that just drew me to, and I just knew I had to be involved. And I'd never met Pearl before, never met anyone. The only person I knew was Julia. And I just was so drawn to it. And I so enjoyed our chat, Pearl. It was the most amazing experience. It was just wonderful. And I think what this group has taught me is to believe in yourself, to actually believe that you're capable of doing all the things that you want to do. And I have just felt so supported by all of you, even those the ones I haven't met, but all of you together has just made this month just so special. And I just, it's just been an amazing, amazing month. And I've had some really lovely things happening to me, and I've met some wonderful people. So it's been a huge, huge pleasure. And I'm so grateful to you all. So thank you very much. And to you, Pearl, thank you so much. And like we said on our podcast, it felt like I've known you forever. And, you're a very important part of my life now. So thank you very much for that. Thank you all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, lovely lady. Now, the next lady I'm going to introduce, I've known this lady a short time. Well, I say a short time. We've been in each other's sort of global spheres, as it were, for quite a while now. She's the first of two cats that we have in this panel. I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful Catherine Page, but I know you as Kat, and I've known you through EAM, through Steph Thompson, and the way we've been introduced. You have always resonated with me, and when I see your messages on Facebook, they always empower me. You are fantastic. Do you know that, lovely lady? And I'd like you to share what this month has meant to you, please.
Oh, Pearl, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'd just like to take a moment to just sit here and kind of revel in this beautiful energy of us all, to be honest. It feels incredible. So, I know some of you, I don't know all of you, and it just is amazing to feel your energy in this space. And I think what March has shown me is, and what this pandemic has shown me, is I've spent 28 years in a treatment room, very, very happily treating people, believing that, your health is your wealth. And I had my own very personal journey with that after literally almost being paralyzed from the waist down at the age of 27. I had to have emergency spinal surgery. I was a therapist anyway. I'm very grateful for the knowledge that I had so that I could go on and heal very quickly. And from that, and because of my background in natural health, I healed very quickly, but it also awakened in me this innate power that we have. And you know, your health is your wealth. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs in this space, a lot of incredible women. And as Beata said earlier on, you know, if you are not looking after yourself, you literally cannot serve anyone else. But more than that, my passion is bringing you back to flow. I work primarily with energy alignment and the Eastern mindful movement practice of Qigong. And it was very philosophical. I was very much a pusher, you know, work hard, be a grafter, all that kind of stuff. And it took me a lot to learn how to undo that and actually realize that you could work smarter, not harder. And I now help to mentor and coach women who want more freedom, but also want more flow, without the guilt, without the shame, without having to justify who and what they are, and find their own health. And this March, for me, it's like I say, the pandemic closed 3 of my businesses almost overnight, and it was, you know, obviously a little bit wobbly at the time. And you look back and think, gosh, you know, a year later, here we are with a lot of change happened. And I got to just literally build, network, learn, and be in the energy of some incredible women this year who have taught me, and I am so grateful. And as a result, my business actually went from a treatment room this year to globally. I got global contracts, international contracts, literally just through word of mouth. Which amazed me. You know, I didn't realize that sort of stuff could happen. So I now recognize that I would really love, my challenge was to shine my light and collaborate more so that, you know, we can shine the light around the globe at a time when the world really, really needs us. So, yeah, that was my empowering March. It was pretty cool. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of this panel. And for coming into my life, because you've definitely changed it for the better. So thank you so much for that. And you know that there are so many different panels that each and every one of these lovely ladies will be invited to for the future. So there is so much. So thank you so, so much. The next lady I'm going to introduce you to comes all the way from Canada. When we did our podcast interview, it was so special. And then we've been speaking on LinkedIn, and just the messages that this lovely lady shares, the people she's introduced to the group, and the power she has behind her message is just phenomenal. The lady I'm going to introduce you to now is the fantastic Tina BQ Tran. Tina, thank you so much for joining the panel and for everything you've done this month, the people you've introduced to our group and the support you've given. And your podcast was just fantastic. And I can't wait until we do another podcast. So thank you so much. Would you like to share how March has been for you, please?
Yes. Thank you for including me in this fantastic panel today. I feel very grateful to be part of this wonderful group of women, and thank you for bringing us together. Like it's crazy. We are literally across the planet. Don't you think it's like wonderful? And yeah, go ahead.
It is, and it does feel for each and every one of you that are on this panel. It does feel as if I've known you all my lives. Just every time we've connected, we might have never met before, but we've got those synchronicities, those reasons for coming together. And this is what I found so much when we did your interview, didn't we? It was just fantastic.
It was an honor talking to you, and I'm so glad that I got connected to you, and grateful to know your show. It truly is Pearls of Wisdom. And so I'm thankful that I follow Catherine Page, because she and I share the same belief in our health is our wealth. And I'm saying that because I worked in the corporate world for 20 years. And during those 2 decades, I was overworked, overscheduled, like over everything, over stressed, overwhelmed. And from there, I learned that I was near burned out before I left. And now I understand why I do what I do. It's because I'm meant to turn around and help those same corporate people that I used to be, so that they realize that there is a choice, there is a way to maintain their work and not feeling overworked and overwhelmed and overscheduled. And it's even harder for those who are parents, because they don't just have their career to look after, they have their families. And as women, it's true that we tend to put ourselves last. Meanwhile, when we put ourselves last, we just cannot, we just don't have the bandwidth. We don't have the capacity to take care of others in the first place. And that's what we want to do. We want to take care of others, and we want to help others. And I just feel that being part of this community of international entrepreneur women, to see that how empowered we are, to see how we came together, how we work together, how we support each other. This is what International Women's Day was about, and the whole entire month. And I'm so glad you scheduled this panel interview on the very last day of this month. It's so meaningful.
Oh, thank you so much. And it does. I mean, we've already said, just from other women on the panel, we've seen synchronicities and perhaps ways that people can collaborate for the future, because the work that people are doing already complements each other. So there's so much potential to go from there. So thank you so much, Tina. I'm so grateful that we were introduced, because it was Bernie Floresca that introduced us, wasn't it? And there's so much. I know that Bernie's so busy at the minute, because I've asked him to be on future panels at different things, but I know his schedule is so busy. But thank you so much for joining us. I'm now going to go to another cat. Another cat. Now, everyone, if you were watching the live stream of the podcast we did last night, this lady is off the charts phenomenal. She is brilliant. I don't know if people remember me saying, just as a quick aside, that my son had come on to watch last night. When we finished our podcast, my son called me, and I haven't spoken to him for a few months because he's been quite busy. And for 45 minutes, he was telling me how great this lady was, and that everything. He said, "Oh, I know you've been telling me about law of attraction, Mum, but Kat does it so much better than you," he was saying. And it was so wonderful to hear, to actually, for you to get through to my son that I've been trying to speak to about this for years. You've made my month, you've made my year, and that's just one person you touched. And I think everyone that listened went mad for our podcast yesterday. I'd love to introduce you to the wonderful Kat Stancic, and just listen to what this lady has to say. Pure gold, pearls of wisdom, phenomenal. You really are.
Thank you. I so appreciate that. I want to thank you for taking the initiative to make the effort. So a lot of people talk about bringing women together, and, they have every positive intention of doing it, but it separates you from everybody else when you actually do it. This took a lot of effort. I have done summits in the past, and so I think there's a huge amount of recognition that needs to go to you in terms of the effort, the time, the energy, the love that you've poured into every single person that you've interviewed, taken the time to, and just beyond just showing up, doing the podcast, but, reaching out, having conversations, answering questions. I mean, it just is a true testament to who you are and the kind of person that you are showing up as in the world. So I want to say thank you. I'm sure on behalf of everyone here, we see a lot of nodding heads, so I'm on it. So for me, women helping women, right? Like, yes. And it was funny. I think I shared this quote with you, it was a man who posted this, and he said, "Thank God women just want to be equal, because if they wanted revenge." Woo! All right. So, but that speaks to it. It speaks to the love that we have in our heart from the place that we operate from. A lot of us are moms. We just want the world to be a better place, and we want to help the current generation, the next generation in any way, shape, or form, which is my why. My why is to help my entrepreneur clients make more money faster, because they want to spend their time with their kids. Because when that child has their parent present, the love and the impact that child can have is so much greater. And so that's my way of putting love out into the world. And clearly your way of doing it is doing this. So again, thank you for sharing your platform, for creating a platform and then sharing it so willingly and lovingly. And I just can't wait to see and continue to connect with all these amazing women, because together we will rise.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You are inspirational. Everything you've done is inspirational. If people haven't already listened to Kat's podcast that we did yesterday, we streamed live on Facebook, and that's what I started doing with some of these podcasts now. Just listen to what Kat had to say. There are pearls of wisdom. There are nuggets of gold throughout. It was wonderful. And the energy on that interview just went through the roof. So thank you, lovely lady. Thank you. Now going to move across to a very special lady. We're yet to have our interview, and I cannot wait because everything you have shared already has just been so wonderful. I know you've connected and collaborated with some of the lovely ladies already. I'd like to introduce you to Clara Goldie. Clara, your story, if you can just share what this month has meant to you, because you have inspired so many already.
Oh, thank you. I feel quite emotional, actually. I just want to say very much I'm sharing the same sentiment that everybody shares here, Pearl. So thank you so much for bringing together such a glorious, different array of women. And what I really wanted to share is how it doesn't matter where you are on your journey or your path, whether you're successful or just starting out, all these ladies have something to offer one another. And for me, the beauty of this is how far we've all come as a society and the impact that women make and continue to make in their industries, whichever industry they're in. And it's bringing in that quality of feminine compassion and beauty and reminding us why we're here. As people have said, we're here to create a better world for all our families so that we can spend more time with, quality time with our kids. I have two businesses. My first business is a holistic interior design business. So apart from smashing people's houses around and recalibrating them, what I actually stand for is creating the right relationship, emotional mastery, creating nurturing spaces for our well-being and looking after ourselves properly on all those levels we've discussed. And that's been my driving force behind my interior design business. But I also mentor men and women to embrace the divine feminine within and to weave that, whether you're masculine or feminine, we've both got those pieces within us. So this whole month, I know it's been about women, but it's celebrating women in the path and the roles that we continue to strive for in the world and to make the world a better place for all, to kill the slave gene that exists in the world, to show that we're all possible. I wrote down here, you dream it, you can be it. And that's really my challenge, my number one challenge. If you dream something, you can be that. It's just getting rid of any limiting belief systems. And that's what I do with my mentoring and my coaching business. I'm actually a spiritual healer and a seer, and I weave that in to move people through those blocks very quickly. I'm I've trained, in all sorts of modalities, as I'm sure a lot of ladies have, because we are bringing that spirit back into the world. We're reminding the world that we're not just driven by money, that we are actually driven by collaboration and all those qualities that women bring in so well. And, the men love it, actually. They secretly actually enjoy it. So we just need to keep standing in our power as women and reminding the world of the quality that a woman in her power, she's not trying to be better or bigger or anything else. She's just being in her power and reminding what we need to do to make a better society. So that's my big mission. And I'm just blown away by the incredible women that are here. I've collaborated with some, I've given sessions, I've received sessions. It's just wonderful. I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's why I feel so emotional today.
Oh, it has been, hasn't it?
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Clara. And you echo what I think so many of us have said, and where we've got that collaboration, where we're sharing and just getting to know people that think like us, that work like us. And in doing so, we're just raising that vibration higher and higher, and we are making it global. I mean, we have a global panel as it is. So thank you so much.
Thank you for everybody.
Thank you. I'm now going to go across to a lovely, lovely lady that I was introduced to by the wonderful Amanda Joy, who sadly can't make it with us today, but I'm sending a special hug and loads of loving healing to Amanda Joy. But the lady that I want to introduce you to tonight, and to see just how March has felt for you, it's the lovely Paula Hind. Paula, could you share your story with us, please?
Wow, Pearl, I am so honoured to be here. You're such an inspiration. And, when I was invited to come along, I had just no idea what this was going to be about. And I'm just blown away by what you've brought together. I mean, it's a huge endeavour, and long may it continue, because your name, Pearls of Wisdom, like wisdom is what we have as women, it's our intuition, it's our way of how we are in the world. And for so many centuries that's been suppressed, that feeling that we've got, that we know we've got an innate knowing. And it's lovely to see so many powerful women here that just have followed their innate knowing and brought themselves to who they are in the world. And like so many have said tonight, that it's not the fact we've not had challenges or failures, but we share the challenges and we share how we've overcome them, how we've triumphed. We've shared our journey, that we're still on the journey, that we're not necessarily perfect. And I just want to say this to all the women listening all over the world, that it's the journey. It literally is the journey of you becoming. And it doesn't look like success at the start. And I would say celebrate failure. I don't know anyone who wouldn't, jump into icy water for a boss that celebrated failure, because failure is a huge success in itself. It's knowing that, where you go next, how you evolve, that you don't stop, that it's a challenge. And that we're not our challenges, we're not our obstacles, we're not our name, we're not our age, we're not our dress size, we're none of those things. We are the light that shines through all of it. And I think that's the message I would say to people, to not attach to all this stuff that you can't do this because you're a woman or you're this age or whatever it is that we, this apparent reason for why we can't do things. It's fake. And one of the things I love to say is fear is just fake evidence appearing real. Just blast through that wall, just challenge yourself. Even if you don't compete with anyone else, just challenge yourself to see how far you can take something, and don't give up. I've the business I work in is diabetes reversal. That's how I show up in the world. But And I do that by reversing obesity and also by changing people's food intake away from certain types of eating so that they can, so we can smash type 2 diabetes forever, basically. That's my plan in the world. I don't want anyone else having to have leg amputations or, kidney transplant because of this unnecessary disease. And as a dietitian and a rapid transformation therapist, I just use 2 powerful strategies to pull out old beliefs about food and weight and everything and rewire all of that using hypnotherapy and use diets that I know that are evidence-based that work. So all of this is proven, and type 2 diabetes, we're going to have it off the planet. So that's been my journey. But through all of that, I was given this idea and this gift, and I kept pushing it away. It's not mine, it's for someone else. And I would just say to anyone who feels in that position, just, it is yours. If you've woken up that morning with that idea, do it. Even the smallest of steps, because the universe loves action. And you don't know the whole path. You just might know that one step, but you'll get the next one and the next one, and just keep going. So yeah, anyone who's struggling out there, I just say, don't give up. You've got infinite potential inside of you. And all of these women here are testament to that. And I'm just so honored to be here with you all. And, for anyone who's listening to this, go for your dreams, go for it. The idea was given to you. It's yours. Do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you. And to everyone that's watching, catching the replay, you will see just how inspirational these wonderful women are. Some of them you can catch next week, because I've started doing POW panels, Pearls of Wisdom panels. We've done the spirituality one, we've done a business one. Next week we are doing the POW wellbeing panel, and some of the ladies that are on here will be part of the panel for next week. And we've got loads of others. If we look in the group chat on Facebook, everyone that's already a member and anyone that joins afterwards will see the different topics. We will be running one. Sometimes it's every week, sometimes it's every 2 weeks. It depends how the interest runs and the people that we can get to actually join. But there's loads and loads of wonderful things that we can share with this. So it's just letting everyone know. And if you haven't already put the 11th of April into your diaries, 11th of April, 8 p.m, I am doing the Pearls of Wisdom HIT Talks with Vicky Thomas. I have 8 phenomenal speakers that will be speaking for 8 minutes. And for this special one, on the 11th of April, I am then the host. So I'm doing the role that Vicky Thomas will do with HIT Talks. So if you haven't already registered, we will put the link to that in the comments here so that people can start to watch and see. Reach out, connect to Vicky Thomas and see if you can join and be a speaker in HIT Talks. HIT Talks, it stands for Hope, Inspiration, Transformation. And those that don't already know, Vicky Thomas was my business coach when I was in corporate. She then became my spirituality coach. And I love this woman to bits. And if you go to her website, I think my testimonial is still there, where I cried my eyes out because she was so wonderful and moved me in so many ways. And I know I've said this in practically every interview, but Vicky Thomas saw the chance in me. She saw my potential before I saw my potential, and she has nurtured that for years now. And if you see the connections that Vicky has and the work she does, she is off the charts. She really is. And the fact that Vicky has spoken in this group, she's left personal one-to-one messages, she's done live videos in the group that all these women are part of. So you can look at that and reach out. So definitely do that. And there's also something I wanted to say. There's 3 ladies I want to say a massive thank you to that couldn't make it tonight. I've mentioned one already, the lovely Amanda Joy Harrison. She was going to be making it, but she's had a lot going on at the minute, so she sent me a lovely message. So I want to send back to Amanda love and healing and care, and telling you we are all here for you and we are all supporting you, so know that we're here for you. Likewise, the wonderful Jo Dupfield. I think anyone that knows me knows how often Jo and I talk, and Jo's not feeling 100%, so if we can all send her healing to feel better, and just to do a massive shout out, because that woman is phenomenal. And then one lady, I'm going to say, I say this all the time, every time I do things. If you haven't heard me talk about Ren Fernandez, now's the time. You write it down, you go and follow her. She has Ren's Gems is the group she does on Facebook. She works with crystals and she makes jewellery. You've heard me say I've got a set of Herkimas, which I wear all the time. I've got a necklace, I've got bracelets, and I've got earrings. Ren made those for me. And then this week, she has made this fantastic piece here, and a bracelet and earrings. I just couldn't get the earrings in tonight, so I've got my studs in. But these are fresh water pearls, hematite and clear quartz, and they are gorgeous. They sit just where they're supposed to. They are grounding me, and of course with the pearls you've got the connection to the Magdalene line, and with my name I couldn't not have pearls now, could I? And anyone that knows my backstory we can talk about separately, but for everything that the pearls stand for, they are part of me as well. So for that I wanted to do a massive shout out for those three wonderful ladies, and it just leaves me to say thank you to everyone in this group. All the ladies that couldn't make it tonight but were with us in spirit, and I know they will be on other panels and they will take part and they'll be in the podcasts and everything. To all these wonderful ladies here that have taken part, I really feel like I've known you forever, and I know we're going to go on and work together for the future, and we're going to make great things happen. And I just want to say a massive thank you, and to each and every one of you that are watching, be it now whilst we're live, be it on replay when it's been shared across different channels, and even if you come across this months from now, we will still be going, and please reach out and come and join us, because we're only going to be growing stronger and stronger. And if there's anything that you want to collaborate with, reach out and see, because let's make our voices heard, let's take it global, and let's help each other. And it just leaves me to say again, thank you everyone, and thank you for watching.
Thank you, Pearl.
Oh, thank you, Pearl. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
You're a star.
Right.
Thank you for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. We hope you have enjoyed the content shared. Please share with others who would like to enjoy these interviews and discussions. If you would like to support the podcast, please follow the link in the episode description. If you want to be a guest on the show, reach out and let's discuss next steps. Until the next time, enjoy your listening.